Okay, these are the gold mines. 1/32 ounce. Welcome in. Get some of these feathers trimmed up here. Just working on inventory today. How are you guys doing? You guys doing all right today? Hey there, Burke. Thank you. How's it going, man? Did you get to punch up those that tracking number? Hopefully it'll be there soon. Hopefully you'll get your package soon. Hey there, Maddox. Well, I'll do it, but I'll do it later today. Oh, good. Hey there, Kumar. How's it going? Hey there, Wayman. Good evening. It is a pretty day. I cannot wait till fall gets here. Yeah, it's a fishing hook. Yep. There, Auntie. Back out of it and come back in. Back out and come back in. Sometimes it does that with me on other people's live streams. Hey there, Ernie. Can everybody see the picture? Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait for the cooler weather to get here. Can't wait for summer to get over with. I do like the warmer weather to some extent, but man, I'll take 50, 60-degree weather any day. All good. Yeah, that happens with me. A lot of the times I'll pop in on somebody's live stream and there'll just be a black screen, and a lot of times if I back out and pop back in, it'll straighten up. Hey, good day, Clint. How are you doing? Welcome in. I'm doing really good. Just got through eating some lunch. Hung out inside with my wife for a little bit. Picked out some heads to get ready to tie here after a while. This here's a 1/32 ounce gold mine jig. Hey there, Turbo. Really quick, yeah, I'm pretty quick at it. I don't know how many gold mines I've ever tied in my life, but probably be in the thousands and thousands of these. Appreciate everybody in the channel. We got 67 people in here. Okay, we're gonna do about 6 more of these, then we're gonna switch up to a 16th ounce with eyes. No, I mean, don't you ever just get burnt out? No, I don't. I think of all the bad jobs I've ever had in life. I don't ever really get burnt out. I like doing this, it's fun. Think about all the holes I've dug, all the nails I've hammered, all the bad bosses I've ever had in life. that quickly pulls me away from ever getting burnt out. Plus, doing live streams, I get to sit here and make friends and hang out with my friends here on YouTube. Yeah, we do have a website. We got the website pinned on the bottom. You guys are free to check it out. Hey there, Tiffany. You only need to type it in there once or twice. I see you. Yep, RubenFloresJigs.com. Hey there, Nick. Slick Nick. Welcome in, everybody. We got 8 likes on the board. Thank you so much. I'm tying up some fishing lures. These can be used for crappie, trout, perch, bass, walleye, sawguy, skipjack. You use them for a lot of different kinds of fish. Hey there, Gallon. How's it going? Yep, good work. Thank you. Hey there, Mason. Hey there, Shmo? Hey there, Sean. Yeah, it is a. Thank you so much. Hey there, Mr. Landon. Oh my. Let me do what? I'm going to start this one. I don't know if I can start this one over. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to put another piece of chenille on here. I tried to improvise with what I had. I'm just going to start this one over again with the chenille. I thought I could use that last piece, but nope. When it comes to chenille, it's basically when you're into fly tying and jig tying, the chenille is already, it's like pre-made dubbing. It's like pre-made dubbing. Oh yeah. How's your family doing, Mr. Wayman? We had some of our family here yesterday. I got to see my older son. He only comes out every couple of months. We'll get to see him next week too. He left his dogs with us while they're at camp this week. It could mimic a small bait fish. It can mimic a lot of things. A bug. I mean, they do catch a lot of fish, so it's mimicking something they want to eat. Oh, thank you there, Fishy Things. Appreciate that. You guys throw some W's up for Fishy Things. No, I mean it's going to catch fish. Yeah, it's just it's kind of like when you look at bass fishing and you got the whopper plopper. What is that supposed to mimic? You know, just like with a lot of lures. Some people get into realistic stuff, and I just get more into what's going to catch fish. How's it going there, fishy things? 10 kids yesterday. Oh, good. Make a mess. Yep. Yep. I got a notification saying these jewels can randomly give. Maybe that would be awesome. Oh, I never had that kind of message. Never have. Be nice if there was $1,000 out there and hidden in one of those gems or jewels. That would be sweet. Sweet sassy molassy. Oh yeah, gold's a good color. Silver is a good color too. Anything metallic works well. Okay, we got 3 more of these to make in this size. Then we're going to make some with eyes. I don't know. I think they're all like penny gifts. I think they're pretty much penny gifts, and I guess randomly they're supposed to be met. You know, they may be worth more. So they do encourage people to give the jewels out. I think they're kind of like the hearts and the roses over on TikTok. Basically penny gifts. Yeah, if people spend jewels at least 3 times alive is eligible for random. Oh wow, that is awesome. I did not know that. I did not know that. Hey there, Landon. About the black carp. Yep. Yeah, copper is really good too. We do have one with a copper head. It's called the Bayou Bug. I have some copper chenille. I don't have a lot of copper chenille. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You guys throw some W's for Mr. Fishy Things. Stainless steel is better. Yep, could be. Yep. Yeah, years ago I started making these, and I never thought it would turn into a kind of like a fairly decent size business. Let's see, Landon, I have a bunch of plain jigs, a lot of the be able to do this. You think when you're done, you could walk me through on how to do this? Oh, okay, I can do that. I can do that on the next one. Skill. Hey there, Gotti. Hey there, Aaron. It pays well. Are you asking if it pays well? I mean, to the right people, it pays well. Some people can earn as much as $5 a year making lures, and some people can make a couple $100,000 making lures. I am somewhere in the middle, though. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and kind of give you a walkthrough. Yeah, this is the gold mine. Okay, we need 2 more of these, so we're gonna put our hook in the vise. There's some terms that I use that may not be, you know, technical terms per se, but thank you so much. Appreciate that. Throw some W's out for Mr. Fishy Things. I use traded stainless wire for better use. Yep. What is the particular lure used for crappie, white bass, yellow bass, perch, largemouth, smallmouth, all kinds of perch, yellow perch, white perch, black perch, goggle eyes, trout, walleye, saugeye, skipjack, saltwater speckled trout, freshwater speckled trout, salmon. We got people who use their lures for flounders. They use them for, there's about 50 to 100 fish you can catch with these lures. Okay. Okay, so this is some people call that the shank. I call it the saddle a lot of times. And I'm going to wrap my thread till it gets about right there. And so I'm going to start out with a good base. A lot of times I'll angle my thread a certain way, and then I come back the exact opposite way. I like the crisscross patterns when I tie. Next, I'm going to take some of these V-cuts. You can take a piece of neck hackle, and I'm going to use the tips on the neck size up, but that's where I get the tip there. I'll use that later on. And I'll stick the scissors through there, and that's how I get my V-cuts. I'm going to cut one more here for you guys. There's the tip. And then I get my V-cuts. When you start out making lures, it's going to be slow. It's not going to be, you know, I've had people, they text me or email me and they're like, how long do I need to cut these? And I've never measured other than putting them on my vise. So next we're going to go over here. We're going to throw some V-cuts down. When I started, I would put 1 V-cut at a time. These days, I'm putting 4 up here. A 32nd will take anywhere from 3 to 5 V-cuts on the hook. And I do have measurements on my vise. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is a Peak rotary vise. We do sell these vices. But I have marks there. This one in particular will be right there in the valley. That's my measuring point for a 32nd ounce. So I'm going to position the feather on how I want it to go here. And then that's where I'm going to clip it right there. Boom. So I'm going to lay this down. It does take a little bit of time to get your feathers to go flat and get them to where, you know, they just look like they're in order. Okay, next I'm going to grab 2 pieces of flashing. You can use however much you want. I'm going to clip it right down there. There is Mr. Wayman. Appreciate that. That's for Clint. Yep, I'll get that down here in just a bit. I'm going to fold it over. Find the midpoint. Snip it right there. And I'm going to lay it right here. I can go over here, but I'm going to lay it right there. Okay, I got my thread down. It takes a little bit of time to do that. And that just takes time to get some muscle memory and how you need your flashing on there. Then I'm going to throw it down like that. I'm going to cut this. This here, the flashing, you could make it longer or, you know, however you want to do it. These are going to be going into a package, so they all need to be the same size. And so I do cut my flashing to the same length that I do my tail feather right there. Next, I'm going to grab some chenille. This size here is a size 1. And I'm using this, it's a gold tinsel chenille. Next, I'm going to spin my vise. I always stop short with what I do. and then I get a couple of wraps around it and cross wraps. And then so I have that there. So next I'm going to bring this around. And so if something ever happens to where this piece that I just snipped off does come unraveled, you're still going to be able to fish with this lure for a long time. Next I'm going to do a whip finish knot. There's different ways you can do whip finish knots. You can do it like that. You can also do it with your fingers. And you just got to get acclimated to what you want to do. Uh-oh. Look at that. That shows me there that I need to practice on my whip finish knot. But anyway, that's how I do it there. I'm going to do one more whip finish knot. I always do two when I tie. So that's pretty much the gist of it right there. You can put glue on the end of this. I don't, and mainly because I just tie really good knots. And the body's not going to twist when you try to twist it. Now you can if you put enough pressure on it, but for the most part it stayed put. You know, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, we're going to do one more lure here and a 32nd ounce. We're going to start all over here. We're going to lay our thread down. Laying your thread down is something that putting a good foundation is something that doesn't get spoken about a lot. Why? Because you don't have feathers, you have no flashing. It's just, but it's always good to build a good foundation. And the same thing is with your life too. always good to have a good foundation. So I angled this a little bit that way. I'm going to come back and I'm going to go back the opposite way. That way I get a crisscross pattern. Okay, I'm going to add 4 pieces of V-cuts on here. This is neck hackle. On some of the jigs I use, I tie. Sometimes I use marabou. And sometimes I use marabou and neck hackle on the feather. Get my little point there. I'm going to measure that off. Going to go snippy snip. Get that on there. I'm going to throw my flashing on here. Again, I've been doing this for years. When you start tying lures, it may not be so easy when you start out. When I first started tying, it would take me about 5-7 minutes to make a lure. Now I could do them as pretty much smaller ones like this. I can get them done in a minute. Let's see. Why does that look like a zoomed in ballpoint pen? Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yep. I don't know. I have no clue. Hey there, Clay. Okay, we're going to go to a bigger size in just a moment. No, I mean, you can have one if you go to the website and buy them. You can have all you want. Yeah, this is a Peak rotary vise. It's made for to hold fishing hooks. We do sell these on our website. We also sell a non-rotary vise that's also made by Peak Fishing. And then we also have a Terra Royal Coachman toolkit. And that's a good starter kit. It has all the tools in there. All you got to do is buy the jig heads, the thread, the feathers, and you're ready to go. Okay, I'm going to write down Wayman's name. Wayman for Clint. Yeah, Albie won this last week. Albie won last week. Or he won yesterday. So he'll be getting some lures. We do a giveaway on Fridays. Every $5 increment you guys put out there will get you a spot on the wheel. Hey there, crappie stalker. I, I did a couple of days ago. There's Jeremy. I appreciate you, man. Who all got? Let's go. Let's see who all got a membership there. Oh my goodness! You guys think Jeremy? Throw some W's out. We got Johnny Lamb. I got a membership. Victor got a membership. Starkey got one. The Rainy Broiler, the Rainy Boiler, and then Ryan Sullivan. Appreciate you guys. So that is, yep, that's from Jeremy there. Is that 4 or 5 of them? Oh, 5 of them. Okay. I don't know how they do that, but here we go. Appreciate you, man. Yep, welcome in the room. Let's see, a little bit tighter. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to do this one far back, and then I'll zoom in just a minute. So, again, a good foundation is always important. And some people will say, oh man, you're wasting all that thread. No, I'm doing something that's different. We get some people that, and I watch on their live streams at times, and they're laying their thread down, and I can tell they don't want to waste it, and they're kind of skimpy on their thread, but thread is probably one of the cheapest materials out there. So some people will get their thread on there like that, and then they're just doing this. They don't even pay attention to what they're doing. Me, I like getting it a lot closer. I put it at an angle, then I go the other way. Next, I'm going to throw my tip on there. That way, when it does get wet, it's going to have a point on it. Let's see. How are gift memberships chosen? They're random. Yeah, they're random. I used to think that you could get them and give them away to particular people, but it doesn't work that way. Now, when I used to lay my V-cuts down, I used to just get one feather at a time. And if you see that, the tip right there it's at this mark, the very first mark right there. So that's the length I want. And then, so I used to grab one V-cut at a time. Some people like just putting the one tip there, and that's all they use. And then when the jig gets wet, I mean, it does have a skinny tail, but I like having a thicker tail, and then that way they can fish with their lure a lot longer. It'll last them a lot longer. So then I went to doing 2, and then 3, and sometimes I'll stack 8 feathers on each other, but a lot of times it's just maybe 4 or 5 V-cuts on the back of the hook. This is a 1/16 ounce. But I like going with the bigger tail, and that way their lure, they're able to fish with their lure a lot longer. Let's see, have I ever did a skirt for Z-Man? No. Well, I've done skirts. I do skirts all the time. I do make some bass lures. You know, but I don't do chatterbaits or anything like that. That's a tricolor one right there. And that's on a 2 or 3/0 hook. I can't remember what that is. Yeah, so I can do like skirting. I could do like 4 different colors on a hook, and it does okay. How do you use the memberships? The memberships on our top two tier memberships, I believe, which is the $9.99 and the $19.99. On those, I've only have there's with memberships, they do help support the channel, and so a lot of times I'll use that money to help pay for the shipping on when on the giveaways. A lot of times I use that money to buy lighting, mics, and just money to live on too, you know. But with the memberships, there's like 4 different memberships. There's a $3.99, the Flow Bro, there's Jig Nation, which is I think $4.99, and then we got a $9.99 and $19.99. And I put out like videos that only the members get sometimes, and they're never, you know, publicly streamed, you know, publicly put out there. But sometimes I'll put private videos out there for just the members. And so I'm trying to figure out a way where I could show some little tips and tricks and stuff like that for just, you know, the members, the paid members. So, and then on top of that, with the memberships, they do get you in more drawings if you're a paid member. Hey, I'm doing good, Tommy. Yeah, last week we didn't get a lot of gifts or anything. I think we barely had $50 worth of gifting for the whole week. And so we only did one drawing yesterday. And we're probably going to do a midweek drawing just at random. If we get a lot of people on the channel, I may do a midweek giveaway. I'd like to give out a rod. I'd like to ship out a rod one day. Let's see. Hey there, Phantom. Let's see. Yep. Okay, this is a 1/16 ounce, so I have a few of these to tie, and then we're going to move on to the next color, which is a pink head. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in. So I do use the membership money and all the gifts to buy stuff, you know, phone holders, backup batteries. And I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. I make some money, but not a lot of money. There's other people out there that make more money than I make in a whole year. And those are some of the big YouTubers. Some of the big boys. I do need to put out more videos, long form videos and things like that. I'm just terrible at editing videos. I wish I could edit better. But we do sell vices, we sell jig heads, we sell painted jig heads. We sell a lot of stuff. We've got our own brand of crappie poles, catfish poles. Right now our circle hooks, the packs are on sale for $4.99 a pack. And we have 5/0 hooks, and we have 5/0 all the way up to a 10/0 hook. And then our monofilament, our fishing line, we have it in 4, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. They are all marked down by $2. You can also save an extra 10% on top of that if you use the code FLOW10, FLO10, no space in between. Flow Bro, yep, we are. Yeah, if you don't, we do have, that's the base membership, which is Flow Bro. If you wonder what the flow is for, those are the first 3 letters of my last name. Oh my goodness, what on earth just happened there? Who did that there? Jeremy? Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Jeremy. So we got Robert got a membership. I would like to see you get enough money for a new jig maker. Oh, are you talking about the spin caster? Yeah, yeah. Is that Bork? Let me see. Oh, we got a Bork in here. Hey there, Bork. Luminaries, Shine Fishing. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, Jeremy. We got a bunch of people. Scooter got a membership too. And we also have Randy. Randy got a membership. Appreciate you guys. Yep, you guys make sure to thank Mr. Jeremy there. I appreciate that, man. I just don't. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. You guys, thank you so much. And thank you so much. Yeah, that does support the channel, and so anyway, I'm trying to get more videos out there. I'm just terrible at trying to figure what I'm going to do and how I'm going to edit it. But we do have a lot of inventory. Again, I make fishing lures for a living. We do have over. I'm going to take you guys over to the wall. So this is my shop here, by the way. Again, I make fishing lures. We got the front end there with all the lures. It is somewhat of a little store. It's really small. I'd like to get a bigger building one day. If we had a bigger building, I'd probably have 100, 150 colors. But we, right now, have about 60 colors. So that's my shop here. What Wyman's talking about is that thing right there, the spin cast machine. We do need to get a new one. But we keep our rods up there. We got a lot of fishing rods. But that's my shop, you know, and so anyhow, we have a lot of material. We have feathers, neck hackle, marabou. Again, we are a small business. And then we have all kinds of chenille. We have new age chenille, like the kaleidoscope, the aqua blue, the cotton candy, all kinds of different colors there. Then we do have our flashing on sale for $2.99 a peck. They are on sale till Sunday night. And then these are the lures. We do some with eyes. That's a 1/8 ounce with eyes, 1/8 ounce no eyes, 16th with eyes, 16th no eyes, 1/32. We do also make a 1/80th, the 64th, the 24th, and a 1/4 ounce. But these are the top selling colors here. The Shiner, Slick Trick, the Mad Shad, Habanero, Gray Ghost, Bumblebee, Mongoose, Midnight, Moneymaker, Slab Queen, Thunderbird, and so on. We got a lot of different colors. Yeah, I'm just one person. Yeah. Do I sell post material? What does that mean, post material? I do sell some material, but we're starting to carry more. We're going to start carrying the GSP thread here next week. We're going to start carrying the GSP, and we're going to start carrying some more. Oh golly, hang on. Wax thread too. We're going to start selling some more wax thread. Type of fly. It's an parachute. Yeah, we don't sell that right now. Again, our building's only so big. The majority of our lures, you know, they look like what I make, and I would have to get a bigger building to get more into selling like a lot of capes and all the different tails. You know, kip tail, squirrel tail. I mean, there's all kinds of tails, you know, and all kinds of feathers too. Yeah, so a lot of time I do make some parachutes. I don't make a lot, but I use whatever material I have, you know, which is kip tail, and I use mainly kip tail for when I do make parachute. But I'm hoping one day we can afford to get a bigger building. Right now we are in a 16 by 36. Yeah, we only have so much space. And we do have some property here we could build on, but it's going to take a lot of money to get a new building. I'd like to get a building that is big enough to I'd like to build a new house, or I'd like to get a big metal building and make half of it where my wife and I live, and then the front end of it make it where it's, you know, the shop, or maybe have the shop right next to it. That's my dream right there. I'd love to do that. So that could happen one day. Who knows? That could be. That could happen one day. Hi there. Is that Killian? Thank you for coming in, or welcome back. Appreciate all the hearts. Whoever's tapping the hearts there, thank you so much. We do have 38 likes. 38 likes. Appreciate that. Yeah, any little thing like that. You don't have to give money. I love money. I do, and I don't want to discourage gifts. I like the gifts and all that, but if you cannot give that, just tap up the hearts, all the little likes, things like that. You guys are awesome. Yeah, and if you know anybody that likes fishing and would like to use these kind of lures, share it out to them too. I don't know if I ever put any emphasis on people sharing out the live stream. I know I share out the live stream. I got friends of mine that love fly fishing. A lot of times I'm sharing Brian's lives out. At the same time, with Crappie Man Lures, he does live streams, and I want to see more people in his lives too. Yeah, for you guys out there, if your wife likes fishing, share it out with her. I mean, if you don't like fishing and your wife, share it out with your wife's boyfriend too. I'm just kidding with you guys. Sometimes I goof around too much. Let's see here, Lucas. Yep, welcome in. Love watching you make these. I appreciate you there, Joseph. Yeah, after this, I have to make some of the slab queens, and they're going to be with pink heads, black body, pink tail, And then after that, I'm working on some other little side projects. So I'm going to be building another limited edition lure, and so I might start on that this evening on a live stream. But I'm toying around with the colors like purple, candy purple, and I have some really pretty purple rainbow chenille. Then I may put those lures on. So we may do just a limited edition with that color. We still have some of the limited edition Hulkster jigs, basically the red and the neon yellow jigs. We still have 3 packs of the 1/8 and 2 packs of the 16th ounce. And those are limited, they are numbered, and they do have my signature on the back. When I say they're numbered, you know, it's like number 1, number 2, and I think Wayman has the number 1, number 2, and the number 6 on those jigs there. Let's see. Yep. Welcome in, guys. Make sure to subscribe also. Right now we're at 43 and 43. 43 likes and 43 people in here. Now we got 48. Good, 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 good. I am based out of Northeast Oklahoma. I won't spam this time. Okay, Daniel. I don't know. Were you spamming last time? Yeah, all you got to do is say hi once, twice, and I know when you slide out of the channel and you get off the live stream and you come back, it'll tell you to say hi, you know. But when you're saying hi 4 or 5 times, that's just too many times. Again, spamming does help out the channel a little bit with the algorithm, but sometimes it hurts the algorithm. Sometimes it becomes a nuisance. But if I have really good mods in here too, so I may not see your question. I may not see you come in the live stream, especially if we get 300, 400, 500 people in here. And but the mods, well, they welcome everybody in here. Hey there, David. Hey there, Gloria and Buster. I'm just working on some inventory today. Getting some jigs knocked out. This one here is called the Gold Mine. It's called the Gold Mine. This is a 1/16 ounce. Yeah, we do get orders out really fast. So if you do order a 32nd, 16th, 8th, or if you order a 32nd, 16th, or an 1/8 ounce, a lot of times they'll ship out the same day. If not, they'll ship out the next day. This one here is a 1/16 ounce. Hey there, hey Lucas. But I am out of Northeast Oklahoma, a little town called Claremore. We're about 30 minutes north of Tulsa. Bosa, welcome in. Is that Bosa? I don't know if I can read that. I can't see it that well. Freshwater. Oh, he's from there too? Oh, cool. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I fish on Oologah Lake and Claremore Lake. I don't really travel a whole lot to go fishing on some of these other lakes here in Oklahoma. Sometimes I do, but not a whole lot. They sell anywhere from like $5 to $10 for a 3-pack. Yeah, it just depends on what color and what kind of materials in it. So we do sell most of our lures in a 3-pack. We also do sell lures with bait keepers for people that like fishing with plastics. Yep, welcome in. You can use these for brim. You can use them for perch, brim, trout, walleye, crappie, hybrids. I mean, you can catch a lot of different kinds of fish with these. Now, we do have a lot of different sizes. So when you're looking at this and you're going, well, how can I catch a hybrid bass with that? Well, a lot of times we get the people, they'll use a 1/8 ounce or 1/4 ounce for the hybrid bass. But so some people that like using 1/4 ounce for crappie too. Just started fishing also. Oh, well, cool. Yeah, these are hand-tied lures. I'm using neck hackle on these tails here. These are a 1/16 ounce. I am using a Peak rotary vise, and we do have more of these coming in. We have one in stock right now with a pedestal, and we have some more coming in with a C-clamp. And I'm using the C-clamp model right now. Alrighty, you have a good lunch. Is that Clint? Oh, what are you gonna eat, Clint? Yep. Yeah, just have fun fishing. Yep. Hey there, Christopher. How you doing? Yeah, and it's the same way with making lures too. I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was like, there's just so many people they get into the making lures for the wrong reasons. They get into it sometimes they get into live streaming because they want to be TikTok stars or YouTube stars. Sometimes they get into it because they want to start a business and make money. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to have a passion for it, and it's fun to tie. I tell everybody, get into it because you want to do it. There's nothing like catching a fish on your own lure. Sometimes you start a business with what you're doing, making lures, and you get burnt out. You just get tired of tying, and you're like, I don't want to tie any more jigs, That's why with me, I never intended to do a business when I started. It kind of just all naturally came about, and then I thought, hey, I think I could do this as a business. And then we turned it into a business. Hey there, Lucas. I'm going fishing this evening. Oh, good. What are you going to fish for? What are you going to fish for? Let's see. This here again is a 1/16 ounce gold mine. I will be going live all day today. Just I don't have any plans on fishing. I do have to plug up the boat. I need to plug the electric to it. Want to make sure I got enough juice. Monday, I'd like to go fishing. I got to go to the doctor on Monday. So there's no fishing for me on Monday. I'm going to try to maybe get out on Tuesday. I might try to get the boat out too. Okay. This is going to be the last one on this segment. I'm going to take another little break here in just a bit. And guys, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate everybody in the channel. Hey there, Michael. So I do go live quite a bit. They just changed the New York. Oh, really? Isn't that crazy? That's just wild. They didn't put it up to the public to have any input on it. That's just crazy at times. Maybe, I don't know about that. You know, I was a preacher for a long time. I'd been a preacher for about 28 years. So you do get used to talking to people, you know. It was hard for me when I first started doing live streams. I did live streams on TikTok. But during the lockdowns, during COVID, I tried doing live streams on Facebook Live because, and the county that we had the church in, they really didn't want people having public church and get-togethers. And so we started having church from our house, and we had it from church, but it was just basically me there. And so I did get used to looking into a phone and talking to the people, you know, through a phone. New Jersey coast rules change every 1 to 3 years. Do they ever do that stuff with you guys, John, where they, and Ernie, where I know here in Oklahoma, a lot of times they'll bring something to the public and try to get some input. But I do know that a lot of times they get marine biologists, and they do some testing on how to regulate. Like in some lakes, you do have a 10-inch limit. Some other lakes, you got a 12-inch limit. Some lakes, you can only take home 10 fish or 15. And in other lakes, you can take 37 home. It's all for the money. Could be. I know here in Oklahoma, you get, it's been brought up about not using lead, but there's so many bait makers here in Oklahoma that they'll never be able to outlaw lead here in Oklahoma. And I don't know if you guys know it, in most of the states with using lead for lures and bait, I mean, the majority of the U.S. does not, you know, they don't mind using lead heads or anything. Yeah, on the other, when we used to just do TikTok lives, we would get thousands of people in there, and it was like watching just a bunch of numbers and letters going up. It was hard to keep up, and you're only allowed to have 30 moderators on TikTok, and there were times that I wouldn't, like the one night I came on, like I did a midnight live, and I was pouring lead, and that's the night we had 13,000 people watching. Had 0 mods in the channel. Not a single mod was watching. So it was me, and I couldn't add any more mods because I was already loaded up. There are reasons for the change. I'm not complaining. Yeah, there are some fishermen. There's some abuses that go on, but sometimes they're just there's petty things sometimes too. I just follow the rules, whatever they want. They used to do a thing where with the paddlefish, they wouldn't let you snag for paddlefish on Mondays and on Fridays. You could go snagging from Tuesday till Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday, but for some reason they didn't want you snagging on Mondays and Fridays. Yep, conservation. Yep, I believe in that a whole lot. Yeah, we had on. I live pretty close to Claremore Lake, and my son, and they would have these crappie that were like 5 inches long, and their growth was being stunted. So they set out a lot of ring nets, or hoop nets, if you want to call them hoop nets, and they were catching crappie. And how they'd measure the age of the crappie was through the pupil, and also the space between the gills. There's a certain measurement there that helps determine the age. And some of these crappie were like 6 and 7 years old, and the crappie was only getting like maybe 5, 6, 7 inches, if that. And they just weren't growing. They were stunted, and they realized there were too many crappie in the lake. And there were also too many shad in the lake, because they were finding shad that in the lake that were like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds big. So they dropped the limit. The limit used to be you used to have to do a 10-inch limit, and now there's no size limit. You can take home however big crappie you want to take. Let's see. Lots of chickens. Yeah, we got a lot of chickens here. So guys, I'm going to take a little break. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you guys here in about 30 minutes to an hour. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys be good. God bless. Goodbye.